Hi, this is Ashish Shanker, Deputy Managing Director at Motilal Oswal Private Wealth. It gives me great pleasure today to be speaking about a monumental milestone in the journey of our wealth management business. As all of you know, Motilal Oswal as a group is known for deep insights, research, and knowledge, which is synonymous with our tagline, knowledge first. So, when we started this wealth management journey, our endeavor was to ensure even the wealth management business makes knowledge as the cornerstone of our business. And hence, if you see our tagline, it is basically winning portfolios powered by knowledge. Now, a tagline really is not effective unless the business walks the talk. And that's precisely the journey that we started with our monthly publication, Alpha Strategist. So, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the genesis of this publication and why I believe this publication is the soul of our business, right? Now, it was 2012, December, and we wanted to ensure that we communicate regularly with all our clients. And more importantly, the wealth managers who work with our clients are also completely up to speed on markets, on different asset classes, and they have a very clear idea as to how they should be constructing client portfolios. The endeavor was also to bring deep insights which can eventually benefit client portfolios through superior performance. So it was with this intent that we started the first edition of Alpha Strategist in 2012. The basic process behind the construction of this publication is that we have an investment committee every month. Now, in the investment committee, apart from product and research teams, we also have invitees from our institutional equities business. We always have an invitee from the external world, typically a chief investment officer who's running a large asset management company or any boutique investment shop. The whole idea of the investment committee is to analyze data and to have a very free and open exchange of ideas and what people are thinking about markets and different asset classes. Now, this culminates into a very detailed minutes of the meeting, which becomes the foundation for building the monthly communication to clients, the Alpha Strategist. The way the Alpha Strategist is designed is a very simple editorial which will give you a quick view of what's happened in the last month, what is our view on asset classes and different products over the next year, 3 years. So we cover shorter term as well as medium to longer term views in this publication. And the editorial gives you a very, very crisp overview of all these aspects. The way the magazine is further designed is that if you go through the first 8 to 10 pages, you basically get a fairly good roundup of what our views are and what one should be doing on their own portfolios. So anybody who does not wish to go deeper into markets, macros, asset classes, and wants just a cursory overview and a quick advice on what they should be doing can finish it in the first 12 pages. But of course, we have a lot of clients and our wealth managers want to get deeper, have a much more detailed understanding on what's happening around the globe, what's happening in India, how the economy is shaping up, and what kind of impact this is going to eventually have on different asset classes. And as a result, what products they should be recommending to our customers. Similarly, giving much deeper insights to customers on what investment avenues they should be choosing given the macro environment around us. So it starts with the global section, then goes into the domestic macros, and then we have a section on each asset class, right from equities to fixed income to alternatives. Now, one of the distinguishing sections of the Alpha Strategist, and I do remember because I've been through this entire journey, which was also a little controversial, was whether we should put all our views upfront in terms of advice to clients with dates. Now, why this was debated was typically an investment professional never gets all his views right, or any investment team does not get all their views right. There will be mistakes made. Now, if you put that out into the open, the debate was, what will happen if we get our view wrongs? Well, we said, let's let's select transparency over opaqueness. And that's why we decided early on in this journey that whatever major views we give on asset classes or any products, we will chronicle it with the date so that the clients are clearly aware as to how we decide on investment decisions, and more importantly, what are the important investment views that we have given clients over the last 8 9 years. This in a sense becomes our track record as well. And I very clearly remember we started in 2012 and 2013. There was a lot of turmoil. Indian currency depreciated very sharply. This was around August, and bond yields for government securities hit close to 8.5 9%. But we went out there and told clients that they should be actually investing in long bonds in their debt portfolios. And we gave that view. We also documented that view. Now, this view went down very well because post 2013 and some of the measures that RBI took, the bond yields really plummeted, giving a massive capital gain to most of our clients in their portfolios. Some of the other views that have worked very well was, the view that we took about a year and a half back on lightening up credit positions in client portfolios. So earlier what used to happen was client used to invest a lot in these credit accrual funds. But after the collapse of ILFS, we felt that the risk in credit markets have gone up substantially. And hence, we gave the view that most clients should exit out of credit funds and lighten credit exposure. Now, that really helped us when some of these funds went through massive turmoil beginning of last calendar year. And a lot of clients have appreciated these views. Of course, we've got some views wrong as well. I remember way back in August, September, when things were looking very, August, September 2013 to be precise, when things were looking very bleak, we actually told clients that they should go light on their equity exposure. However, things turned around very fast. But come October, we reversed that view and told clients that things are actually improving rapidly in the economy and they should actually get invested back into equities. So what happens is that, in the journey of an investment professional or an investment team, you have multiple events. You will get some views right, you will get some views wrong, but the whole idea is to have a good strike rate of investment views. More importantly, the way the entire approach evolved was one of understanding the client appetite, the client requirement, and then building a portfolio around a very client centric cash flow requirement or risk temperament. So we then started espousing that every family that we work with should have an investment charter. And the investment charter is like a vision document. It's like a checklist where at the start of the relationship, we would like our clients to document how they want their portfolio to be managed. And then based on our assessment of their temperament, we also give advice as to how they should be allocating their investments across different asset classes, whether it's equity, whether it's fixed income, whether it is alternates, or having some liquidity to meet their income requirements. Now, not only did we espouse the investment charter, we've made the investment charter as part of our Alpha Strategist. So today, any of our wealth managers who's sitting across a client family whom he's onboarding can easily make an investment charter for them in the section that is put out in the Alpha Strategist. It's a perforated sheet where clients also can make their investment charter and hand it over to the relationship manager. Some of the other highlights and some of the other things we evolved along the journey was our 4C process for selecting equity as well as fixed income fund managers. It started with equity fund managers because Motilal Oswal as a house is known for equities. We have 3 decades of experience. So we evolved the 4C process to select successful fund managers who can manage money for some of our clients. And the genesis for the 4C process really evolved from the fact that when we did analysis of fund manager performances from 1999 to let's say 2014-15, what we found was that every 3 years the best performing managers change. And this was quite an insight because till then a lot of us were used to selecting mutual funds based on last 1 year or 3 year performances. This was a rude shock or an insight to us where we realized that just looking at performance doesn't help because past performances seldom get repeated in the near future. So then we dug deeper to see what really works for successful fund managers. And then we realized that first thing is that they need to have clarity of philosophy in the way they manage their portfolios. Different fund managers have different styles. We do believe that there is no one way to making money in the equity markets. So we said the first C from the 4C process should be clarity of philosophy. Now, to establish clarity of philosophy, we do look at the track record of the fund managers over a decade or more and try and see whether they have practiced their style to the full extent or they have strayed from it at some point in time. Second is we look at performance, but we look at consistency of performance. So rolling returns, we figured, is a far better judge of how consistent a fund manager performs over cycles and over a longer period of time. The last two C's are basically capabilities. Every fund manager, we believe, has an edge which helps him outperform markets and his peer group. And lastly, but not the least, we look at the class of the fund manager, or more importantly, the journey of the fund manager. We believe that fund managers who have at least a decade of performance have seen various cycles and have a better chance of managing risk than fund managers who are probably new in the market. So the 4C process is documented very well in the Alpha Strategist, and we've also given the list of fund managers who we believe qualify within the 4C process, and we typically recommend these fund managers within client portfolios. The Alpha Strategist has really evolved over a period of time as a document which not just espouses our investment views and product recommendations, but it is also evolved as a document which tries to capture the behavior of asset classes over a long period of time. And one part of the Alpha Strategist which our team is very proud of is the section on asset allocation. What we've done now, we made it a regular feature in the Alpha Strategist. So if you pick up the publication, there is a section where you will see longer term performance tables of different asset classes. So for example, equity as an asset class, you can actually see how it has behaved over the last 30 years. More importantly, you can see how it has behaved if you had invested at various points in time. So it captures not only the yearly returns right from 1990, but it also captures the compounded returns if you had invested in any of those calendar years. Now, this gives you confidence as to how a particular asset class will behave, over longer period of time, and shorter term challenges or volatilities in the markets then don't tend to rattle you. Similarly, what we've done is we've made an asset class table, which again, our team is very proud of. Now, what is this asset class table? This asset class table captures returns of different asset classes in calendar years right from 1990 now right up to 2020. It tells you that no asset class is top performing for long periods of time. There are cycles, different asset classes perform at different points in time, and it also tells us that every asset class has a place in our portfolio, whether it is equities, fixed income, gold, cash, or any other alternative asset classes. Now, the beauty of these tables is that it helped us evolve some proprietary products which we have managed to take to clients. We have a proprietary platform called Delphi, right? Now, Delphi is basically a managed product platform where a client who does not want to take the headache of allocating money themselves across different asset classes, or they don't want to themselves go and choose funds and invest, they can give us a single check and mandate us to manage the money as per their risk temperament. Right now, we have evolved 3 different product strategies. One which is aggressive, where we build a portfolio of equity funds, which is based on our 4C process. Second, we have a multi-asset product, which I believe is an evergreen portfolio and should be part of every client portfolio. This is a portfolio which has evolved from that asset class table that we've been publishing in the Alpha Strategist, right? This has 5 asset classes: international equities, domestic equities, debt, gold, and cash. And you will see that it gives you a very smooth ride over long periods of time. The third portfolio is the conservative portfolio, which is an all debt portfolio. Again, uses our proprietary 4C process to select fixed income products. Last but not the least, we have evolved a very deep and insightful framework on valuations in the equity markets. Many a times clients tell us that wealth managers are very positive when it comes to investing in equity markets, but seldom do wealth managers tell clients to take out money. Now, we do know that when markets become very expensive, ideally you should start becoming cautious on your equity allocations and vice versa. Now, this is easier said and done, and often many experts repeat this statement that timing the markets is virtually impossible. But we do believe that one can become extremely cautious at extreme valuations, and similarly, at the other end, where things become very despondent and markets crash, one can become a little aggressive if one has a clear framework for allocating monies into equities. So we evolved our proprietary temperature gauge. What this does, it measures the temperature of markets. It tells you at any point in time whether the temperature of the market is heated, hot, or very hot. And obviously, if it is very hot, which means valuations are very rich, and one has to start becoming cautious. Similarly, when the temperature gauge is very low and let's say cold, it is the right time to invest aggressively in equities. So we use the temperature gauge to build our Delphi portfolios, and we also use it to go either underweight or overweight in equities from time to time. Now, temperature gauge again has become an integral part of our monthly Alpha Strategist. And the Alpha Strategist, to make it interesting month on month, we have an underlying theme, and these themes are chosen by the team members. And we try to choose an interesting theme which is relevant to what is happening around us at that point in time, and at the same time, it also should be a bit creative, so that when you read our editorials, you not only get insights and data, but you also find the read interesting. So that's how the Alpha Strategist evolved, and we continue to be as excited as we publish our 100th edition in April. And I would like to congratulate the entire product research advisory team for doing this month on month religiously, so much so that our clients, our wealth managers, eagerly look forward to this publication. I've had so many calls from not just clients, but their references, friends who've heard of this publication and have called us and asked for a copy. So if any of you are not on the mailing list for this Alpha Strategist, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to put you on the mailing list. We not only publish a physical copy of this publication, we also send out digital copies every month to many people. Request as well as continuous feedback. What we've done is we've created a presentation as well out of the Alpha Strategist, and we do now sessions with our clients as well as our wealth managers every month to explain some of the concepts in the Alpha Strategist. So we believe that this has become the cornerstone and soul of our business, and it really helps us walk the talk of our tagline, which is building winning portfolios powered by knowledge. And I do endeavor, and we do hope that we can continue to bring greater and greater insights in this monthly publication. And I'm sure the 100th edition is just the beginning of a new journey, and we will continue to engage with you through this platform. And thank you very much for all the support and all the positive feedback that you've given us, or sometimes even negative feedback or constructive feedback, which has helped us improve some of the sections in the Alpha Strategist. Thank you very much.